couple people, I can't remember where I saw it, but when a question pops up, in normal conversation, like we're calling Juan, right? And somebody reached for their phone and like, no. Let's just try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, let's have the joy of that journey of going through opening up the different rooms in our mind to see if the answer's in there. Because
accessing memory.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of that comedy clip you show of, remember when who is that comedian?
Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes. Can you tell Juan what the clip is?
Pete Holmes, I have an iPhone. I have an iTelephone. Oh my gosh, it's so brilliant.
I have an iTelephone?
Yeah, I have an iTelephone, which means I have Google in my pocket. Yeah, Pete Holmes. It's so insightful.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Yeah, it's right there.
So I have an iTelephone.
So what year is this?
Thank you. Which means
Can you move the monitor closer?
I'm guessing a lot of you do. I have Google on my phone now, and it's ruining our lives. I don't know if you've noticed, it's ruining life. Because we know everything. But we're not a lick smarter for it. We just know. You don't know something? Wait 2 seconds. You will know. Having Google on your phone is like having a drunk know-it-all in your pocket. There's no time for mystery or wonder. You're just like, how do they make glass? And you know. But the time between not knowing and knowing is so brief that knowing feels exactly like not knowing. So life is meaningless. I've literally been in bed in the morning, alone, just like, where's Tom Petty from? But I feel nothing, because there was no time to not know. Listen to me. There was a time, and I don't mean to get all Andy Rooney on you, but there was a time that if you didn't know where Tom Petty was from, you just didn't know. And you felt that yearning and that deficit in your being. And you'd go around and ask actual people, like, where's Tom Petty from? I don't know. And now I'm impregnated with wonder. And then they go and ask people. Until one fateful day, you see a girl wearing a Heartbreakers t-shirt, you rush up to her and you're like, hey, where's Tom Petty from? And she tells you, Florida. And a wave of endorphins and pleasure and meaning would wash over you. And you felt something. And that's how you met your wife. Do you understand?
That's your wife?
Refugee.
Thanks, Juan.
That's brilliant.
It's so packed.
No more requests.
Clearly, this
No
is
more
when
requests.
iPhones were new and Google in your pocket was new. We've been living it for so long
But that
now.
vacuum,
Yeah.
what that vacuum creates in you.
But
the
what he
desire.
says,
Wonder. It creates wonder.
yeah.
it's what I teach is this lacuna moment, the unfilled space that you got to be comfortable sitting for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he says you're impregnated with wonder.
Impregnated with wonder, yeah.
Oh, well, there's the empty womb open.
Yes. But again, we all struggle with it. And, I love that we're using the videos in here, but we're just like, one, and it's instant, which is great. We're teaching off of it. But, yeah, nobody sits in the lacuna. Nobody sits in the, It's so hard.
Yeah. You say lacuna?
Lacuna is a Greek word meaning like an unfilled space or a gap or like a fallow field. It's just...
A curious bubble?
You could say that.
Yeah.
But we fill it instantly. Like guaranteed, anybody who sits down or waits for an Uber.
Hakuna is nothing.
What's that?
Hakuna is nothing.
Hakuna.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, it's close.
Means no worries.
No worries.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that? Let me Google it.
Yeah.
Oh. But just think, you have to be so intentional and will to not go to it.
Right.
To just to sit. And not feel like this is awkward silence. Like literally, the geniuses throughout time, the poets, the science, it's through the lacuna quiet moment where the discovery comes and the connections are made. And
well, I'm gonna make a
all
connection
happens
right here, because I was sitting in the lacuna there for a moment, and it dawned on me the way various saints describe the original sin, and I'm going to describe. They don't use this word, but since you gave me the word, I'm going to use it. I think we can say the original sin is the refusal to stay in the lacuna.
Whoa. Yes.
because there's an ache I feel, a yearning I feel. The fruit is beautiful and desirable and looks good for food, and she's not wrong to think so.
Right.
Because everything God made is good and beautiful. And so I'm just quoting or drawing, it's not a direct quote, but Louis de Montfort says, among many other saints who said something similar, that it's not that God didn't want to give them the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. Of course he wants us to know good and evil. But it's exactly that he wanted to give it to us as a gift. And the don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was don't grasp at that fruit on your own terms.
Right.
Wait for me to give it to you. It's an invitation to trust that the lacuna will be filled in due time, right? What does the psalmist say? He says, put your delight in the Lord, and in due time he will grant you the desire of your heart. Or in due time he grants the hungry good things. Or there's some line in Scripture which says, in due time your desire will be granted. Well, it's that due time that I don't like. Right. It's that lacuna that I don't like.
Hey, feel free to skip this ad if you want, but I just wanted to let you know that besides this podcast, we also independently have events that we do around the world. If you're interested in knowing how you can come out and see us and be part of what we're doing, the details are down below. Check it out, and we hope to see you out on the road soon.
I'm thinking of my fatherhood and my children and growing kids up in a digital age of, instant and, come on, hurry up. Louis C.K., the comedian, right?
Yeah.
It's going to space.
Right.
Give it a second to go to it's coming back from space. But I see this with my kids where I'm like, give it a minute.
Yeah.
Or maybe 5.
Or maybe a lifetime.
Yes.
Seriously.
I'm still learning.
Of
go slow.
Take heart, take courage, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord. And since we're talking Tom Petty, one of my favorite Tom Petty songs comes to mind. This is where we don't want to be in the waiting, right?
It's the hardest part.
Yeah, you take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. That's where we are so prone to the voice of the deceiver. Nobody's coming for you. That lacuna is going to be empty unless you do something about it. You got to do something about it.
Quick fix.
Yep, and I take it for myself. I take reality unto myself. Which brings me back to something Monsignor Albacete said. I'll never forget. He says, at the root of every temptation comes down to this. It's the temptation to believe that the satisfaction of the deepest desires of my heart is totally up to me.
Oof.
I got to fill that empty space. I got to take it on my terms. And that's the end of relationship. It's the beginning of supposed self-sufficiency, which is nothing but pride, and the rebellion, which goes so deep in our humanity, the rebellion against our status as a creature, our rejection of the reality that I am dependent on something bigger than I am for my existence, for my well-being, for my satisfaction. I don't like that, so I reject the way the world is designed, and I claim lordship for myself.